What's up guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I guess this is another leak video, guys. So, the thing I'm looking at today is something very interesting I found in the trainer trainer files, trainer details, etc. I was scrolling through and I was looking at all the battles, and then I came across this, which is a bit weird. Basically, I saw a battle. Now, underneath it, there was a battle with the same trainer, so initially, where I saw the same trainer, I thought, okay, it's another rematch, I'll add to the rematch list. But actually, they had the same level Pokemon, except one of them was switched around, or, one or two of them were switched around. Then I saw below it, there was another one, same level Pokemon, but they were switched around. And there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. I think it's 6 for all of them. I'm hoping it's 6 for all of them, otherwise something is a bit wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 or 7 for some of these, actually, for each person. And there are 4 of these, or 4 or 5 actually, it's 5 of these, and it's very interesting indeed. So basically, the first one we have here is Rich Boy and Antoine, one of those. He has, in this first battle, a level 60 Scolipede with Poison Point, 15 IVs, a level 60 Muck with Stench, 15 IVs, level 60 Drapion with Battle Armor, 15 IVs, and level 60 Crobat with Inner Focus and 15 IVs. Then in the second battle, he has Muck, Scolipede, and then a Toxicroak, level 60 with Anticipation, 15 IVs, and then Drapion again. In his third battle, he has a Drapion, a Toxicroak, a Dragolg, level 60, Poison Point, 15 IVs, and his Scolipede again, same sort of level and everything. Then afterwards, he has a Toxicroak, then a Weezing, level 60, Levitate, 15 IVs, a Scolipede, a Dragolg. In the fifth battle, he has a Weezing, Dragolg, Crobat, Toxicroak. In the sixth battle, he has Dragolg, Crobat, Muck, Weezing. So basically, he's got 7 Pokemon, as you can see here, and in these 6 battles, he basically uses 4 different ones each time. So there's not a repeated set there, I don't think, at least. So basically, he's got a rotating team. So how is this going to work? Obviously, they are post-game battles, since they're level 60. You're not going to get before you defeat the Elite Four guys. So it's obviously in the post-game area. I am very, very much sort of thinking that this is going to be somewhere in the Battle Resort, or something similar to that indeed, because of the fact that it's post-game, and the Battle Resort seems like a good place for this. So basically, you battle him once, you might have Scolipede, Muck, Drapion, Crobat. You battle him again, he's got another 4 different Pokemon, so his team actually changes each time you battle him. And this might be a daily battle, so you go back every day, you can battle him again. It might be a fact of, might be adding to match call sort of thing. It could be something similar to that, where he's got so instead of just having the same rematch team over and over and over, he actually changes at least slightly. At least slightly, guys. So it's not the same 4 Pokemon over and over, and it could be randomized. It might not go from the first battle, first, second, third, all the way to the 6th, and then scroll around again. It might be a random one of these random 6 ones. So you won't know what Pokemon they're going to have until you actually get to the battle with them, which I find really interesting. Actually, it's going to make it really interesting to battle against them and train against them. Actually, so obviously we're going to go for the other Pokemon trainers and such. Then next up, after Rich Boy Antoine, we have Pokemon Kelvin. In his first battle, he has a level 60 Rhyperior with Lightning Rod and 15 IVs. Then he also has a level 60 Nidoking, Poison Point, 15 IVs. Then a level 60 Mamoswine, which has Oblivious as its ability and 15 IVs and all the stats. And then a level 60 Hippowdon, Sandstream, IVs and 15. Basically, all the Pokemon talked about in this video are going to have 15 IVs and all their stats, and they're all going to be level 60. So that's his first battle. In his second battle, he's got a Mamoswine with Oblivious, a Nidoking, Poison Point, Rhyperior with Lightning Rod, and obviously Hippowdon with Sandstream again. Then in his third battle, he's got Gastrodon, Mamoswine, Rhyperior, and Nidoqueen. Then he's got Nidoqueen, Gastrodon, Garchomp, and Rhyperior. Garchomp with Sandveil as the ability. Then he's got Nidoking, Nidoqueen, Gastrodon, and Garchomp. Then he's got Hippowdon, Gastrodon, Garchomp, Nidoking, and he's got Garchomp, Hippowdon, Nidoking, Mamoswine. So there's 7 battles of this one for some reason. I don't know why it's 6 the last one. I haven't written out all the different combinations of them and checked to see if they've all been exercised or whether the one of them's gone over twice. So I'm not quite sure in that case there. But it could possibly be that that's the case. They just duplicated it, or they haven't added in the first one, because obviously, as we know, guys, this is an old version of the actual game used for the demo, so it might not be 100% correct. so maybe a few mistakes here, but you guys get the idea there. Again, our first trainer here, Rich Boy Antoine, obviously a poison type user. This guy, Pokemon Kelvin, is obviously a ground type user because all his Pokemon are the ground type. So you get a certain idea of how many Pokemon, what type of their Pokemon are going to be, but also you can't just take grass type because obviously Nidoking, Mamoswine, and Garchomp are all going to counter that grass type pretty well. Can't take a water type because obviously then Garchomp is sort of going to counter that, as well as Gastrodon too, because I'm pretty sure Gastrodon's got sticky hole as an ability rather than water absorb, so it's not quite as good. But you guys get, or Storm Drain, whatever it's got, something to absorb water attacks. But you guys get the idea. That is Pokemon Kelvin. Then in the next battle we have Bug Maniac Felix. In the first battle we have a level 60 Scizor with Swarm, a Galvantula with Compound Eyes, a Heracross with Swarm also, and then Pinsir with Hypercutter. In the second battle he has a Ninjask with Speed Boost, Heracross, Pinsir, Scizor again. Then he's got Leavanny with Swarm, Pinsir, Scizor, Ninjask again. Then the next battle after that he's got Crustle with his Sturdy, so he's got Sturdy Crustle there. Scizor, Ninjask, Leavanny, then he's got Galvantula, Ninjask, Leavanny, Crustle, and then Heracross, Leavanny, Crustle, Galvantula, and then finally Pinsir, Crustle, Galvantula, Heracross. So again we have 7 battles here as opposed to the 6 we had for Rich Boy Antoine. Don't ask me why, guys. I might have just missed one out for Antoine, possibly, but who knows. But that's obviously our Bug-type user here, Bug Maniac Felix. So a good amount of Bug-type Pokemon, to be honest, guys. You've got Bug Steel-type, you've got Bug Grass-type, Bug Rock-type, Bug Fighting-type, Bug Electric-type, Pure Bug-type, and then a Bug Flying-type. So a very good mix there, certainly varied. And obviously, again, you don't know what Pokemon's going to be coming to. You can't really use a Fire-type to sweep through, because obviously Crustle is here. You can't particularly use a Flying-type to sweep through, because again, Crustle is here, as well as Galvantula. Stuff like that, guys. You get the general idea there. Then, after that, we have Aroma Lady Carnation. In her first battle, she's got a Tangrowth with Chlorophyll, a Jumpluff with Chlorophyll, a Ludicolo with Swift Swim, and then a Victreebel with Chlorophyll. Let's hope they don't have a sunny day user, eh? Then, in her second battle, she has a Ferrothorn with Iron Barbs, a Ludicolo with Swift Swim, Victreebel again, Tangrowth again. In her third battle, she has an Executor with Chlorophyll, also Victreebel, Tangrowth, Ferrothorn again. Then the next battle she has after that has Roserade with Natural Cure. Worth pointing out here actually, all the IVs for these battles for just Aroma Lady Carnation, I don't think it's the same for Bug Maniac Felix, but all the ones for just Aroma Lady Carnation, they all have 20 IVs on their stats as opposed to the 15 we said earlier. So I don't know whether it's a harder battle generally, or who knows, guys. But next battle she has Roserade Natural Cure, Tangrowth, Ferrothorn, Executor, then Jumpluff, Ferrothorn, Executor, Roserade, then Ludicolo, Executor, Roserade, Jumpluff, and finally Victreebel, Roserade, Jumpluff, and Ludicolo. So basically a grass type team, you know. Grass Poison, Grass Flying, Grass Steel, Grass Psychic, Grass Water. So again, a very good varied team there. Can't particularly use a Flying type to get through the whole thing because of Ferrothorn. You can't particularly use a Fire type to get through the whole thing because of Ludicolo. Can't, you guys get the idea generally. You can't use Poison type to get through all of them because of Ferrothorn and Roserade Victreebel. So hopefully it's going to be make them a bit more interesting, eh? Slightly more interesting at least. If not amazingly more interesting, slightly. Then we have our final battler, who is Fairy Tale Girl Josephine. She has all these Pokemon have got 20 IVs again, so it's a slightly harder battle again, or sort of the same. You guys get what I mean. In her first battle, she has a level 60 Whimsicott with Prankster. She has a Wigglytuff with Cute Charm, a Slurpuff with Sweet Veil, and then a Gramble with Intimidate. In her second battle, she's got a Slurpuff. And Aromatisse is added to the team with Healer. Azumarill also comes in here with Thick Fat rather than Huge Power, so that's a bit sucky there, but not quite as powerful. And also her Wigglytuff again. Third battle she has Azumarill, Whimsicott, Florges, one of those comes in here, and then she has Aromatisse too. And then we have Florges, Slurpuff, Gramble, Whimsicott, Gramble, Azumarill, Wigglytuff, Slurpuff, Wigglytuff, Florges, Aromatisse, Azumarill, and then Aromatisse, Gramble, Whimsicott, Florges. So basically, again, all 7 different variations of this battle. So we have a fairy, a grass, a bug, a ground, and what's the first one? The first one's poison, wasn't it? So not really sort of particularly common types, but they are sort of, I guess it's sort of mopping up the types that weren't used for the gyms. Like obviously fairy type is not a gym, grass isn't a gym in this generation. Bug isn't a gym in this generation either. There's no bug type gym here. There is not a ground type gym. And there is not a poison type gym. Obviously the gyms we do have are rock, fighting, electric, fire, normal, after normal is flying, then it is Psychic, and then finally we have Water. So adding on these 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have 13 out of the 18 types. So if we class these as gyms, we have a lot of gyms. The only ones missing are Dragon, Dark. Obviously there's always Dark that's missing, but then again Dark is actually taken up in the Elite 4, so you could class that. In the Elite 4 you have Dark, Ice, Dragon and Ghost. That's another 4 onto 13. So actually 17 types there. How many types are there in the Pokemon sort of franchise? Pokemon, I always forget how many types there are. I think there's 18. I think there's 18, guys. I think there's 18. I'll just check though quickly. So I did have the idea it was linked to types in when I was making the actual thing, but I just didn't think to check. So normal is covered by the gym, fire covered by gym, fighting gym, water gym, flying gym, grass here, poison here, electric gym, ground here, psychic gym. Rock is covered in the gym, Ice is Elite 4, Bug here, Dragon is Elite 4, Ghost is Elite 4, Dark is Elite 4, Fairy is covered here, Steel is the only type not to be covered, but then we have Champion Steven, who is sort of a master of the Steel type. Sort of a master of the Steel type, in some ways. He is generally known as the master of Steel type Pokemon, because obviously he's Mega Metagross, so generally, we have all the types. All the types are covered. I believe this is definitely why these types have been chosen, so all 18 types have a certain speciality to them. This is certainly why they've been chosen, guys, in my opinion. What is this going to be? Are they going to be sort of little mini gyms after in the post-game area, or are they just going to be these 5 trainers stood around, you can battle them every day and they have rotating teams? Nonetheless, I would treat them as little gyms, because that's exactly what they are. It's pretty obvious to say, you know, they've got a good mix of 7 Pokemon, so they're sort of like a gym leader battle. They're pretty powerful too at level 60, and obviously they match up the types we haven't seen covered in gyms or Elite 4 or Champion battles. So it really does make a lot of sense, guys. It really does make a lot of sense. But let me know what you think. Do you like the idea of these rotating team battles, you know, in the post game or wherever? And do you like the idea that they've, you know, actually matched up all 18 types? Do you think that's why they've done it, or do you think it's just, you know, it just happens to be the case that all 18 types are covered through the gyms, this Elite 4 and the Champion? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like button too. And this is it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be seeing you next time. Goodbye, my friends.